Hey guys, SegwaysGhost00 here, and welcome to episode 50. Yes, the big 50 of Phantasy Star Online 2. Last episode, we decided to go through the repeats of the episode 1 quests of the game's main story, so that we could get so that Alma could try and summarize stuff. I think that's what she's doing. But now, we go through episode 2 and 3.
You're finally here.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to alarm you. You've just had a real serious look on your face lately, and it was worrying me. Wait, who's that? Yeah, should I not be able to see them?
I don't mind that she can see me. She's nothing like Luther. She has a connection to me, like you. So of course she can see me.
Man, it's hard to put into words, but even though I've never met you before, there's something very familiar about you.
Best not to dwell on it for now. When the time comes, you'll come to understand everything.
Oh? I guess if you say so, it must be so.
You believe in me once more? Or rather, did you never stop in the first place?
Sure, I believe in you. After all, it's someone you believe in.
I appreciate it. Everything you did back then. Saving her. The only reason we're alive now is because of what you did. Your deeds gave us a future. All that's left is the cosmogenic arms. But more important than that, I must express my thanks to you for saving her.
It's odd. It feels like she's there, but feels like she's not. But she has a warm feeling about her, like when I first met you. I'm sure things have been hard on you so far, and you've even harder things to face ahead. But no matter what happens, always know that I believe in you, and that I'll always be with you.
The new planet we discovered, Wopal, seems to have a great deal of water. That's pretty and all, but something seems unusual about it.
Yeah, no kidding. Like how the denizens of the planet could talk, and the water.
The enemies and natives of the planet are all pretty weird. The weather, everything about the planet seems almost artificial.
I never really thought of it like that.
The natives of the planet can even speak to us without translation. There's gotta be a reason for all of it. It feels so suspect.
I blame Luther.
And speaking of suspect, there's Luther, tricking people and using them in his schemes as one would expect.
Yeah, believe me, I was not happy when he tried to manipulate Theo.
It's really annoying that this is just a playback of records. I wish I could go pound on him myself. It almost feels like all this stuff with Theodore is happening to me. I wonder how it will all turn out. Shion could butt in, but she just made contact with the second. Anyway, how could the second recognize Shion at that time? Do you think they'd already made a connection?
I believe so. It might have something to do with the events of 10 years ago at that time, of course.
That's one more strange thing going on. I guess that makes these worth watching. Let's check the next record.
Alright.
Enough of this charade now, Shion. Such futile endeavors are beneath you. Oracle and Arcs are all in the palm of my hand, and soon, you shall join them.
Nothing in this universe is futile. These people convinced me of that, and it is from there we began.
Very well. Struggle all you like. A few twists and turns in our story will make things all the more interesting. I will enjoy watching it all play out. Such is the pleasure and privilege of those unburdened by fleeting mortality. Such is our right.
Fucking bastard. Why did you have to be voiced by one of my favorite voice actors?
And you? I've heard so much about all of the things you've gotten up to. Do as you like. I won't impede you. Make things interesting for me. When you live forever, you need a little bit of stimulation. Wouldn't you all agree?
Luther may have cast aside his humanity, but he has not forgotten what it is to be mortal. He is enjoying this entirely too much. Because he was once mortal, he fears boredom above all else. That is his strength, but also his weakness. Something to take advantage of. Were it up to me, that is what I would do. We also think the same way. Therefore, we are not mistaken. You must keep the faith and move forward. The path you seek will come. A new path, desired by all.
Xiao has finally bust onto the scene! Huh. I see. So that was how you met.
Yep.
In that case, then that'll probably end up that way. And, maybe that's what will happen. Oh, sorry.
Making your own conclusions on all this?
When I was young and sickly, I used to stay in bed and read a lot of books. I always really enjoyed imagining what was going to happen. That's why I'm so curious about why Xion created Xiao and had you two meet when you did. From here on out, you'll be borrowing Xiao's power to put an end to Luther's plot. I wonder if everything leading to this was inevitable. Elder managed to revive, Theodore is still being used, and Luther keeps closing in on Xion. Maybe Luther would have suspected something if any one of those conditions weren't met. It was probably a future Xion only arrived at after seeing failure after failure. Any shortcuts and it all would have fallen apart. Elder was allowed to revive, and Zeno was rescued. That's one thing Luther doesn't know. Add it all up, and it connects to Xion's plan for the distant future. They're lining up all the pieces for that purpose. This must be how it starts.
Time travel is weird.
In fact, I think everything you've done has moved things forward. Sarah trusts you now after all you've done, and you've even got Mary helping you out.
Even though Maria does sometimes scare me.
How is it all gonna come together? Let's watch the next recording.
Someone's excited.
Let me tell you a tale of a time long past. A tale of a foolish entity and of a foolish person. It all began when the entity, a being possessed of boundless knowledge, met the person, a being possessed of boundless fascination. The entity gave the person knowledge and wisdom as the person desired. This was trivial information to the entity, but to the person, it became the foundation of their very evolution. The person ignited the entity's curiosity. Though the entity was all-knowing, it could not understand the person's heart, and so it was captivated. Thus did the entity and the person come to live side by side. They each gave what the other desired, and lived in prosperity for ages upon ages. The person was avaricious, yet indolent. They put forth every effort for the sake of comfort and ease. They used every ounce of knowledge. The entity was entertained by this unique course of action, but in its amusement, it made a grave error. Though the entity knew that the fruits of such indolence would bring forth destruction, it did not tell the person, because it desired to see how the person would be changed by what sprang forth. The foolish one was not the person. It was the one who knew the risks, yet did not convey them. The foolish one was I. Do not fret for me. I am glad that we met. It is an event that is irreplaceable to me. If it had not happened, I could not talk to you as I am now. This place would not even exist. People have told me that not knowing the future is what makes it exciting. As I am now, I agree.
Yes, I was totally right. I thought someone was meddling on Wolpal, and of course it was Luther.
Unfortunately. Rotten fucking bastard.
He acts like he owns the whole universe, messing around with whatever he wants. My prediction was right on the money, as infuriating as it is.
You messed with Theodore's life, you messed with fucking Claire's Crazy's life. You messed with a whole bunch of lives.
Theodore's another one of his victims, too. To change your entire race after the fact, it's like, that's such an insane change to make. Just when it seemed Luther was going to have his way, you worked hard and managed to get the key to saving Theodore. If everything up until now has come from Shion's guidance, then you know what's up next. No matter how prepared you are, none of that is going to be easy. I'm sure that some of it will even be painful. Oh, but now that I've come this far, I just have to watch the rest. Okay, next up's the history created by Shion's final divergence matrix.
Yeah, and it's one of the toughest I've ever had to deal with. And that's...
I have long awaited your arrival. What do you think of my Shion impression? Totally captured the vibe, right? I mean, I'm technically a copy of her, so it wouldn't be that weird if I had ended up exactly like her.
I forgot how weird Xiao looked like as a kid.
But I think Shion did enough of the whole mysterious and dignified act for the both of us. I'd rather talk like, you know, a real person. Anywho, let's get right to why I called you here. There's something I wanted to tell you directly.
Come to think of it, I wonder if he can actually get his outfit.
It's about... well, it's about Matoi. If I'm being quite honest with you, I'm not sure who or what she really is. We have no data on her. Surely you know as well as I do that someone with her insanely high level of skill sticks out like a sore thumb, right? And I don't just mean in the ARC's database. She's not even in Shion's records. It's like someone deliberately edited her out. Now, if it had been Luther, that much I could understand. But even he didn't seem to know about her. And if it wasn't him, I can think of only one other possible suspect. It had to have been Shion. They must have erased all record of Matoi. And it's not just Matoi that got wiped. Shion seems to have deleted all records beyond about, 10 or so years ago. Not just physical records either. Nobody in ARC seems to have any clear memories from then anymore either. This isn't the sort of data we can just salvage or trace back either. It's vanished straight out of existence. Bloop, gone. Something important had to have happened then 10 years ago. but we can't revisit memories that no longer exist. What we need to do is go back directly and see it all for ourselves. You are more than capable of that. And this isn't just to sate my own curiosity either. Shion is no longer with us, and Luther has fallen. ARX is taking its first steps forward into a brand new era. What that means is that I now need to maintain both the control Luther held and the calculations that Shion ran all by myself. That's why, if I want to ensure the safety and stability of this newborn ARX, I need to know as much as possible about what happened. That includes even things I might not want to know the truth about. That said, I won't pretend I'm not curious about it all. I'd quite like to see what happened before I ever even existed. Right then. Idle hands never accomplished anything, so let's get to work. If we just head back to the time that has been wiped clean from history itself, we should learn a thing or two. This will be a lot like the sort of time travel you've done already. You've been through so much already that I'm sure this trip will be just another drop in the bucket of your wildlife experiences. Shion might have even known I'd try to do this. Maybe that's why they chose you in the first place, you know? I'll be on backup duty. You just head to the target location. Let's find out what truly happened.
And a lot of shit did happen.
I think what Shion really wanted was to free ARX from Luther's clutches and give them a future. Shion must have tried and failed countless times, always reanalyzing and recalculating, until we finally arrived where we are today. I'm sad that we had to lose Shion, but assuming that all of this was accounted for, then I suppose it's something we just have to accept. Thanks to them, ARX finally broke away from Luther. But this still leaves plenty of questions unanswered. Shion erased all record of Oracle itself to hide our little predecessor from Luther.
Makes me wonder why exactly she did that.
That was 10... No. I suppose it would have been 13 years ago now.
Yep.
Only Shion, someone with direct access to the Akashic records themselves, could have pulled something like that off.
Just as you said, the Akashic records are a library. Shion was the librarian.
But that might be where they went too far. Shion was an observer, not one who should directly meddle with the universe's affairs.
She probably had a reason.
Why did Shion go against the very purpose of their own existence just for our little friend there? What was going through Shion's mind? If we want answers, we're just gonna have to look to the past to find out.
And look to the past we shall.
Listen, I know what you must be thinking. You want to go back to 10 years ago and see what happened, right? I had the same idea, but it looks like that might be completely blocked from intervening in the time frame after the second disappeared. Shion's doing, I'm sure. Shion made us forget, but won't let us go back and change anything. Pretty unreasonable, but she did always tend towards the extreme. That being said, it seems there are those who retain some of their memories. We should talk to them to try and figure things out.
So that's why Shion was trying to hide the second.
Yep, because she became the Profound Darkness.
If you created a being that almost turned into the new Profound Darkness, you'd want to keep that under wraps too. With the knowledge Shion granted them, the Photoners went on to fiddle with life itself, the legacy of which was the Profound Darkness. To negate this future, Shion created the second Claris craze. But that creation too almost succumbed to the Profound Darkness.
Yep. Damn Photoners.
You'd think Shion would go back before the second was made, fix everything up, and move on, but they couldn't. Because that would mean toying with the second's very existence, with life itself.
Yep.
I always figured Shion's guilt and regret came from granting the Photoners knowledge in the first place. But no, it was all about the second. Everything Xion did was to try and make it up to her.
She cared for Matoy like a mother.
She was like a daughter to Xion. It must have been tough. But that's why Xion wanted to save her so desperately. And why they asked you for help. All this time travel has really taught me a lot. There's still plenty I don't get yet, of course. But we can't just travel back in time anymore. Now we need to gather what fragmented memories we can and piece together the truth ourselves.
Not an easy task, but I managed to pull it off.
I haven't seen you in so long. I was running all over the place working on acquiring special arcs authorizations, and you seem plenty busy yourself. You can probably tell as much already, but I'm pretty happy to see you again. Wait, you do remember me, right? Please don't tell me you forgot. It's me, Matoi, the one and only. Remember? Oh yeah, I thought a change of pace was in order. Or a new way to express myself, maybe? I'm going to be a real deal arts operative. After begging and pleading, Xiao is finally giving me authorization. Now I'll finally be able to fight alongside you. Yep, it's time to earn my keep too. That's why you called me out here today, isn't it, Xiao? As Ark's overseer, you're going to grant me authorization, aren't you?
What's Tiny Child up to?
Before I give you special permission, there's still one more lesson I need you to learn, Matoi.
What kind of lesson? No classrooms involved, I hope.
Don't get all pouty just yet. Our friend here will hear you out.
Okay then, I'm listening.
You really are an easy read. Now then, this lesson isn't any sort of formal lecture. I just want to get you both up to date on the current state of arcs. I'll be skipping over a lot of the history and finer details, but you can always ask me later about anything you want to know.
Uh-huh.
That's not the most reassuring of responses, but alright. Let's talk about arcs as a whole. Arcs had finally overthrown the puppet leadership Luther had in place. We lost Xion in the process, but there's no point on dwelling on that. What's done is done.
Of course. The difference between Zhao and Xion, I like that Zhao is definitely more direct in his way of speaking compared to Xion's crypticness. Then again, I guess Xion was a little more caring in regards like that.
It has taken us roughly half a year to get arcs up and running again, to put it back on its proper trajectory. Back then, 6 months ago, there certainly was a real uproar when I said I would oversee the management of arcs. But now everyone treats it like it's completely natural. Time really does normalize all. Next, let's talk about enemies. The Falspawn. To be quite honest, the situation isn't great. Well, just take a look at this footage.
Right, this is when the Falspawn destroyed an entire planet.
That planets were just wiped out like it was nothing.
It copied a planet it consumed simply to smash it into another, playing with celestial bodies as if they were mere toys.
Fucking Gemini.
Instead, it appears this horrible new Dark Falls, known as Gemini the Duplicate, destroys for the sheer thrill of it.
Gemini.
Thank God they're dead.
Gemini is already headed for its next target, the planet Harukatan, recently discovered and home to an alien civilization. That's Gemini's next stop.
We need to get over there then.
Right. Which brings me to my last topic. ARC's mission. Our mission now
is to wipe out the Falspawn and every Dark Falls out of existence and protect the lives of the universe's myriad inhabitants, right?
Looks like you at least remember that much. Hey, got a moment? Can you keep an eye on Matoy and stick with her as often as you can? There's no telling when Persona the Masked might strike again like they did 10 years ago. Plus... Right. Should push come to shove, I need you to be there to handle it. Your knowledge of the truth demands it. 10 years ago, she nearly became the profound darkness. This is an unavoidable truth. And while she seems fine now, there's no telling what might happen. No one knows. Not me, not you, not even her.
Hey, what's the matter? Let's get going.
She's in your hands now. You know what you have to do, right, Sarah? If anything should happen with those two, let me know immediately.
What sort of plan are you cooking up this time?
I'm actually hoping that nothing happens whatsoever.
Yeah, I was so worried about us back then.
ARCS has secured its future, but without Shion's guidance.
Yep.
Any alterations to the past might overwrite the future that Shion worked so hard for. No more big changes, that's for darn sure.
Yep, no more traveling back to the past. Now just looking onto the future.
The time has finally come to accept the bitter truths of the past. I mean, this is probably how the world's supposed to be, right?
Yep.
I'm curious about what motivates Dark Falls. The enemy ARCs must fight for the sake of the future, especially this Gemini.
Gemini only ever cared about destruction.
And gosh, I hope the second's okay. Seems like she's pushing herself awfully hard.
You want to talk?
I'm one to talk.
Yeah. Isn't that exactly what you did?
As for Persona, I've got my suspicions, but I think we need to look a little further ahead first.
Yeah.
Our next story brings us to Haruko-tan, home to the tribes of Day and Night. I wonder what awaits us here.
And with that, can't speak today. Episode 2's quests are done. To episode 3. Four quests, with one combat section in the middle.
So, this next Dark Falls, Gemini the Duplicate, has the power to make copies of anyone they devour. They sure did save the worst for last, didn't they? It seems they've already acquired the powers of Apprentice and Luther, and in all likelihood, Elder too.
Are they likely to show up on Haruko-tan again?
It seems to be one of their favorite playgrounds, so that's our best guess. If at all possible, I'd like to finish them off there. And there's no better way to find out the state of things on Haruko-tan than simply asking their goddess herself. Think you can handle it?
We sure can. All my test results are in and I'm good to go. Nothing can stop me now.
If only we knew at that time.
How about you? Are you feeling quite all right? I mean, if you are, great. I'm just a little concerned is all. Watching you out on the front line all the time like this, I can't help but see the similarities between you and her 10 years ago. Just make sure you know when to stop yourself.
Haruko-tan, home to both day and night. They sure have an interesting way of life down there. The endless conflict between the Daybreakers and Nightfallers gave birth to both the Ash Maiden Sukuna Hime and the Demon Magatsu, I guess no matter the place and no matter the people, one thing you'll always find is conflict. Think that'll ever change?
We can only hope, Alma. We can only hope.
Gemini seems to feed on these conflicts too. Nudging them along brings them satisfaction.
Yeah, no
But I guess
kidding.
it doesn't always work out so bad. Arcs did break free from Luther's control and take a step in the right direction at least. Still, Gemini is looking to be an unavoidable problem for Haruko-tan and Arcs alike. They've got the powers of Luther, they've had Apprentice for a decade already, and now they've even nabbed Elder. I can't imagine it'll be an easy feat to take down someone with the power to devour the likes of such dangerous entities. Especially since you and our little number 2 have been at your limits for a while now. That might actually be what's the most worrisome.
Matoy has gone missing. I have my people out searching for her. But even if we do find her, I'm not sure there's anything you will be able to do. So why don't you just rest up for a change? That's all I can really ask of you right now. You see, this is why getting close to you life forms is rough. Stuff like this hits hard.
Right. So, I know we're just taking a look at past memories here and all, but
It still hurts to see it.
this must have been rough. Wanting to look out for someone, but then winding up as the one that person fights to protect. I should know that well enough though, huh? I probably put Reggie and the rest in a pretty similar situation, I imagine.
Yeah.
I did what I thought was best, but it must not have seemed that way for them. There's really no perfect solution. That's why this is so hard. But it won't do us any good to keep dwelling on that. We can pick the situation apart until the Rappies come home, and we're not done yet. So, the Nightfallers lost everything to Gemini. Luther was still alive in this universe inside of Gemini, and he helped you. And
I still don't like the fact that he helped us, but he was useful. That's all I'm gonna say.
seriously, getting this all sorted out is Omega levels of ridiculous. The raw, unrestrained behavior of Gemini is what makes them a real threat. The only thing they were after was the resurrection of the profound darkness, and they pulled that off by giving themselves up to it. I'm sure things didn't go quite the way they planned, but still, they got what they wanted. They really did us in. But time is still moving forward. We're still alive in the here and now, so that must mean we've at least got hope. I hope you'll show me just what awaits at the very end of it all.
And since we have a battle, now I gotta make sure I'm using the right loadout. I am not. That would have sucked. Oh, right, I can't just...
What would you like to do? Feel free to stop by anytime.
Alright. We now do a rematch against the Profound Darkness. Since I already beat it once before... Oh. Ah, fuck it.
The profound darkness has been revived. At this rate, it'll devour the entire planet of Nefarious and regain its full strength. If that happens, it'll mean the end of the universe. We must stop it at all costs. It appears to be anticipating that we'll attack when it attempts to devour them.
We've seen all this happen before. Let's just settle things.
You will soon be teleported to the front lines. Your objective is to eradicate Dark Falls Gemini and open a path to the profound darkness. You'll be facing one of the Dark Falls Collective. We have no idea how powerful it is, so be careful. Do whatever it takes to come back safely.
rematch time. What's up, bitch? I got a lot strong. I've grown since our last battle, Gemini.
Arch is preparing to fully mobilize for an assault operation on Mothership Shiva. All ARC's operatives should prepare for deployment immediately.
And he's dead. I'm gonna get out of here before the explosion. Grown a lot stronger since then. I don't even need my super form to take out the profound darkness this time.
The path to the profound darkness has been opened. All that's left is to defeat it. We can provide no specific orders. Fight valiantly and return alive. Period.
Alright, there you are, you son of a bitch. Alright, Persona, time for a rematch. Oh, so I didn't notice that last time, but if I get hit by the profound darkness, my max HP gets reduced. I was ready for that. Freaking game. What are you doing now? Oh shit. Where is he? Oh, there he is. We can do this all day, Profound Darkness. Yeah, I know how this goes. Still, it was weird staring a cone of me in the face. Not fantastic. That's exactly how I killed her last time. Single strike to the face. And thus the universe is saved.
Completed.
Well, the universe is safe for the time being.
Yes.
Alright, time to see what Alma has to say.
Well, thank goodness. Our little Matoy made it back.
Yeah, thankfully. Whole lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into that rescue.
The entirety of ARCS worked to help you get where you needed to be. And check this out. Even Persona lent a helping hand. I'm so glad all of you came together to bring her back. Sure,
Thankfully.
It wasn't exactly the grand finale everyone probably wanted, but it set you all on the path to the future just the same. I can see where this is headed. You search for a way to defeat the profound darkness and save Persona. I totally get why everyone keeps trying to tackle the profound darkness. I get it so well, I wish I could have been a part of it all. I think we're getting towards the end of all these memories. I almost don't want to finish. But let's see what comes next, shall we?
Yep. And with that, is there anything in episode 4? Nope.
Which quest are you up for?
And with that, we have one final quest.
So this is where it ends, Sierra?
Correct. There are more memories beyond this, of course, but this is everything we can look back on.
I'm sorry. I've made you suffer through so much. If I'd just been more attentive, things wouldn't have turned out this way.
This isn't your fault,
I
Alma.
wish it hadn't been this way. I just shoved everything onto you.
It's not your fault.
That's right, Alma. You shouldn't feel responsible for this. You said yourself that this is the future you finally carved for yourself, right? Sure. Matoy and her dear companion faced many challenges on the path to get here. But so did you, right? We all did. And we're only here because every one of us did the very best we could.
Oh, Sierra.
You're not alone, Alma.
I'm sorry. I think I just got a little worked up. It's hard not getting emotional after going through all these memories.
No, you're right though. I guess what I should say is, thanks. You may not have helped me by choice, but you helped me nonetheless. And for that, I'm grateful.
Aww.
Thank you for working hard and picking up our slack. Really, truly, thank you.
Hey, don't worry about it. We're friends. And with that, we have reached the end of this episode. And we now return to episode 5. But that's where we're going to be ending off this part of the Let's Play. So until next time, this has been Segami Scout 00 saying thank you all for watching and please have a wonderful day.